वी का 0 डोज, ओरल पोलियो वैक्सीन का 0 डोज और हेपेटाइटिस बी का फर्स्ट डोज ये बर्थ के टाइम देते हैं. आफ्टर 6 वीक्स अकॉर्डिंग टू इंडियन अकेडमी ऑफ पेडियाट्रिक्स वी विल गिव DPT-1, then hepatitis B2. Hepatitis B1 is given at the time of birth. So hepatitis B2 is given at the at 6 weeks, and along with that Haemophilus influenza B, that is the first dose, and IPV, inactivated polio vaccine, that is first dose, and along with that we have to give rotavirus vaccine. Rotavirus vaccine plus pneumococcal vaccine. Then at the age of 10 weeks there is a second dose of DPT, inactivated polio vaccine, Haemophilus influenza B, rotavirus 2, and this rotavirus vaccines are available. Two brands are there, Rotarix and Rotatec. So Rotarix has to be given 2 doses, Rotatec has to be given 3 doses. So Indian Academy of Pediatrics suggests if you want to give Rotarix, that should be given at the age of 10 weeks, first dose, and second dose is to be given at the age of 14 weeks for the better immunogenic response के लिए. And 14 weeks के लिए हम लोग देते हैं DPT-3, IPV-3, that is the inactivated polio vaccine 3, Haemophilus influenza B3, rotavirus and pneumococcal vaccine. So pneumococcal vaccine के 3 doses, DPT के 3 doses, inactivated polio vaccine के 3 doses, but इनमें oral polio vaccine नहीं है. So these 3 doses is to be given at the age of 6, 10 and 14 weeks. 6 months में हम क्या देते हैं according to Indian Academy of Pediatrics, that is the oral polio vaccine 1. 0 dose is given at the time of birth. So 6 months में oral polio vaccine 1 dose, and along with that hepatitis B 3 dose, hepatitis B1 at the age of birth, then at the after 1 month, that is at the 6 weeks, and third dose is at the 6 month. So 2 OPV1 and hepatitis B3 is to be given at the age of 6 months. So 9 months में according to IAP we give oral polio vaccine 2 and MMR1. So in BRC the card schedule gives us tells us कि 9 months में measles देते हैं, but it has replaced by the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. They said कि measles alone देने में कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, तो MMR1 is to be given at the 9 months. तो जो भी बच्चे रहेंगे बोलते हैं कि 9 months measles के लिए BRC हॉस्पिटल जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, यहाँ पे ही वैक्सीन दिया जाएगा एज ए MMR1. And at 9 to 12 months there is a typhoid conjugated vaccine can be given to the patient along with the hepatitis A vaccine. टाइफॉइड कॉन्जुगेटेड वैक्सीन जो है वो बिलो 2 years में हम लोग दे सकते हैं बच्चों को एट द एज ऑफ बिटवीन 9 to 12 months टू प्रोटेक्ट अगेंस्ट द टाइफॉइड. बट टाइफॉइड पॉलीसैकेराइड वैक्सीन जो है, जो टाइफियम VI करके आता है, दैट इज टू बी गिवन आफ्टर 2 years. सो टाइप बार TCV इज अवेलेबल इन इंडिया. Pediatric is not recommended by the IAP. So type bar TCV if you give at the 9 to 12 months, the booster dose has to be repeated at the age of 2 years, either type bar TCV or typhium VI. But type bar, once we give the booster type bar TCV, the future booster if it is required, that is not recommended by the IAP. So every 3 yearly what you have to give typhium VI, that is the typhoid polysaccharide vaccine. At the age of 12 months, hepatitis A vaccine. Hepatitis A vaccine we usually give the Biovac A, that is the live attenuated hepatitis A vaccine. Actually hepatitis A vaccine 3 brands are available, most popularly used, that is the Havrix 720 and Havrix 1440, that is the ELISA unit that calculate the antigen dose. The pediatric and the adult dose are different. The pediatric age is calculated from 0 to 19 years and the dose for injection Havrix is 720 ELISA unit, and the for adult dose is 1440, that is Havrix. And Avaxim is the available is at 80, Avaxim 80 and Avaxim 160. Avaxim 80 for the pediatric dose, Avaxim 160 for the adult dose. These 2 vaccines are inactivated and this can be given to the pregnant woman also. But BioVac A is the live attenuated vaccine. The single dose of BioVac A is required. So at the 12 months we give hepatitis A1. Then if 15 months the IAP replace means IAP suggests the second dose of MMR to be given. Along with that, chickenpox vaccine can be introduced, and pneumococcal vaccine it has to be given as a booster at the age of 15 months. 16 to 18 months they suggested booster, DPT booster plus IPV booster and HIP booster. So the combination vaccine is available in DRC, that is the quadrivalent vaccine, which contains DPT and HIP, and IPV you have to give separately. But now there is a inavailability of the IPV, so we can replace IPV with the OPV also. But at least 2 doses of IPV or single dose of IPV is to be given to your child. 18 months to 2 years hepatitis A का सेकेंड डोज, मतलब जो इनएक्टिवेटेड हेपेटाइटिस ए अगर यूज़ किया है आइदर अवैक्सिम 80 या हैवरिक्स, द सेकेंड डोज कैन बी गिवन between the 18 months to 2 years, and along with that typhoid booster is to be given, either type B TCV or if type B TCV is not available, then typhoid polysaccharide vaccine, that is typhoid BI, which is available, that can be given. 4 to 6 years में the second booster of TPT, MMR, and along with that typhoid booster is to be given. 10 to 12 years में Tdap vaccine we usually give it here in DRC, that is the tetanus plus low dose diphtheria vaccine. And that has to be followed every 10 yearly, only the tetanus toxoid vaccine or tetanus plus low dose diphtheria vaccine. And at the age of 10 and 12 years also we can give HPV vaccine, that is the human papilloma virus vaccine. Human papilloma virus is usually causes genital warts and other infection and is more towards the cancerogenic virus. So if you give it at early stage, that will give some benefit against some viruses. There are many viruses of human papilloma viruses, but these 2 vaccines cover them. Majority of them. The 2 vaccines are available, that is the Cervarix and Gardasil. Gardasil is a quadrivalent, Cervarix is the bivalent vaccine, which contains the Gardasil, which is the most commonly used. It contains 4 strains, that is the 6 virus, 11 type 11, 16 and 18. 16 and 18 are more cancerogenic, so it covers both. So what IAP suggests, at the between the 9 to 13 years we have to only have to give 2 doses of this HPV vaccine, and if the age is more than 15 years, then you have to give 3 doses of HPV vaccine. It depends. Cervarix I think 016 is the schedule and Gardasil 026 is the schedule. Means first dose is at the 0 level, after 2 months is the second dose, after 6 months is the third dose. Then why immunization is needed? Because we know that कि natural infection होता है तो हमें immunity मिलती है, but natural infection के लिए हम लोग जो प्राइस पेड करते हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. वैक्सीनेशन से क्या होता है कि हमें बार बार डिस्पेंसरी में या हॉस्पिटल में आना पड़ता है, इंजेक्शन लेना पड़ता है, प्रिक लगता है, कभी कभी वो आर्म में स्वेलिंग आता है, पेन होता है, फीवर होता है. दिस आर द कॉम्प्लिकेशंस ऑफ वैक्सीन. और जो इम्यूनिटी मिलता है वो नेचुरल इन्फेक्शन से कंपैरेटिवली कम मिलता है, बट थोड़ा तो प्रोटेक्शन मिलता है. और जो डिसीजेस के कॉम्प्लिकेशंस है, टाइफाइड का, हेपेटाइटिस का, वो कॉम्प्लिकेशन जो है वो कम होता है वैक्सीन देने से. तो आप मतलब वैक्सीनेशन, ऑप्शनल वैक्सीनेशन के लिए थोड़ा सोचना चाहिए, क्योंकि ऑप्शनल वैक्सीनेशन हम लोग प्रोवाइड नहीं करते हैं. दैट यू हैव टू बाय इट फ्रॉम आउटसाइड एंड यू हैव टू गिव टू योर चिल्ड्रन. तो ऑप्शनल वैक्सीन में क्या क्या आता है? ऑप्शनल वैक्सीन्स आर डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 कैटेगरीज एंड वैक्सीन्स अंडर स्पेशल सर्कमस्टेंसेस.